Hey everyone, welcome back. Alright, time to start off with DC Comics for this week. First off, Legion of Superheroes number 2. Alright, the team picks up after Titan was destroyed. Brainiac 5 leads the squad out to help take care of most of the debris around Titan. However, as soon as they're finished, Saturn Girl attacks Brainiac 5, then meanwhile, Dawnstar, Dreamgirl, and Gates are using Gates' powers to check other worlds to be sure they can find a habitat for the refugees of Titan. Back on Earth, Earthman is really ticked off about his new position, and leaves the room in a fury, and uses his Green Lantern ring to disable the failsafes of the Legion flight ring. Once most of the refugees land, though, Earth protesters are out there protesting that aliens are here and stuff. So Cosmic Boy has Colossal Boy lead a squad to help calm them down. But he decides to keep Chameleon Boy held back since he doesn't want to make too much of a big fuss with the Durlan there. Meanwhile, back in space, Saturn Queen uses her abilities to take control of Ultra Boy and take out Wildfire and Tyrock. Oh, and here's a moment where it really displays Saturn Girl's intellect as she travels back to where her children were vaporized. She's able to focus her mind well enough to figure out where they are and hold that image to go there. Also on Wyneth, where we last left Lightning Lad trying to figure out what happened to his brother's twin, after hearing about what happened on Titan, he decides, screw my brother, I'm going to go help my family. And on Earth, Colossal Boy's team is not doing so well, so Earthman takes some of Colossal Boy's powers and tells everyone to go home. Then Invisible Kid, and Phantom Girl decide to try to take care of the riders within. Invisible Kid is able to get some weapons away, but Phantom Girl is found out. So she tries to fly away but gets attacked. Sunboy Nox is able to burn off all the rocks, and thankfully Shadowlass shows up and is able to get rid of them. So Trina wakes up in the infirmary and talks to Shadowlass about what happened. But then Ultra Boy busts in. Cosmic Boy and Shadowlass are unable to stop him, but as soon as Ultra Boy sees his lovely wife, Phantom Girl, he collapses, since he cannot harm her. While Earthman is in his room, he decides he wants to figure out how this powering works. All of a sudden, a power battery shows up, and it starts to tell him to repeat the oath. And we get a teaser here for the next issue about the first adventure of Earth's Green Lantern. Alright, and then the power battery repeats the oath, and we get a teaser for the first adventure of Earth's new Green Lantern. Alright, I've been enjoying Legion of Superheroes. This seems to be like a classic issue with, we got one story going on. We got one story with Saturn Girl and Lightning Lad, another one with Saturn Queen, and a third, and of course, Earthman's own little adventure where he can either be a Legionnaire or the next Green Lantern. Alright. Next up, Batman. The Return of Bruce Wayne. Only problem with this issue. This cover is a lie. Bruce Wayne does not get dressed in any of this gear at all. Okay? There's no Pirate Batman. The closest thing to a Pirate Batman, though, is while he's leading Blackbeard through the cave at Gotham to find the treasure of the Black Pirate, and avoiding all the traps that the bad people have set over the years, Bruce Wayne does don the identity of the Black Pirate briefly, but he only looks like he's wearing like a Batman cowl without the ears. So he's able to take out the Blackbeard's men and Blackbeard himself, and meet with the last of the Bat people who help him out, who help him see his old gear, and Bruce starts to realize that that was him, and he wore that suit. Of course, he speaks to the original the grandson of the original Black Pirate, though, Jack Valor, I believe it was, who tells him that he was there that he decided to take on his grandfather's identity to help people, and after Bruce Wayne leaves, a sort of epilogue here reveals that Jack continued to be the Black Pirate until he decided to settle down and give some information to the Wayne family about the man he met. And of course, though, as the years go by, Jonah Hex gets a bounty to go after a man who used that kind of weapon. And the last page is Cowboy Batman. Yeah, awesome. Cowboy Batman. I have to admit, though, this third issue was still pretty good. We did not get Bruce Wayne dressed in the costume that he appears to be on the cover, though, unfortunately. But still, it's a nice image. Also, this issue does give us some information here. Let me see if I can find the right page. Just looking through. Yeah, about the present, about what the Justice League is doing and how close they are to figuring out what went on with Bruce. Alright, Bruce Wayne, Return of Bruce Wayne, awesome. This issue is still well done, and I really look forward to the next issue featuring Jonah Hex. In case you're wondering how I felt about the movie, I'm glad it was short. Alright, now for the next issue, Green Lantern Corps number 49. Alright, the Green Lantern. Alright, this issue really is kind of more of a John Stewart-focused issue. If you don't know who this guy is at the beginning, it's Cyborg Superman, alright? Sorry I had to spoil that for you, but you probably could have figured that out. And Cyborg is apparently using the Alpha Lanterns to build a giant power battery. So, Alpha Lantern Boudica leads John to Stell's home planet to figure out what happened to him. But while there, John reveals to Boudica that he didn't want to be an Alpha Lantern because he learned when he was a Marine that never get into something when you don't have a plan for getting out. And he was worried that Boudica gave up her personality and everything. But she states that she's still there, her physical components were reorganized. John has a hard time believing her since her power battery is where her heart's supposed to be. But as soon as John finds Stell, he gets stabbed in the back, or clawed in the back by Boudica, and surrounded by Alpha Lanterns. Kyle and Soranik get awoken by Ganthet, who asks them to come with him to figure out what's going on. And the Weaponers of Cord find Deadman's remaining net from the Antimatter universe when he fought the Anti-Monitor. But enough about that. Back to the real story at hand. Kyle, Soranik, and Ganthet go to the planet where John disappeared, and they find a Green Lantern who is revealed to be an Alpha, but Kyle asks, "Wait, when did she? I didn't know she was an Alpha Lantern." Ganthet states that she wasn't. So they turn off their rings and decide to go off in separate directions. After Boudica has beaten up John Stewart, she takes him to the operating table where the Cyborg is getting ready to turn John into an Alpha Lantern. Alright, Green Lantern Corps number 49. And it was kind of a good read, actually. I mean, we learned why John Stewart turned down the post of being an Alpha Lantern. And apparently the setup of Cyborg Superman building his own power battery seems like a good story to be told. Still not sure how it's going to turn out in the end, but still, this is pretty awesome. Alright, okay, I'm not going to have enough time to do this, so check out my next video about the DC comic that I really liked the most this week.